is next. Doors open on the right at Western.
The faces are most visible from the Western Avenue platform on the CTA's Brown Line. But for many who travel this route every day, the Facade Project has become just a part of the scenery.
I noticed that. I thought it is a photo studio.
I wondered who the people were and where the faces came from.
The Facade Project was created about a year after the war started, in the summer of 2004, by Chicago artist Carrie Iverson. She felt the Iraq War was too abstract, too distant.
I wanted it to be about them.
She wanted to put a face on the war. That turned into 648 faces.
I tested it out to figure out how to fit the faces into space.
I mean, they're 8 by 10s.
They're 8 by 10.
3 8 by 10s fit almost perfectly.
An almost perfect fit on every window of each of the upper 3 floors of the Chicago Printmakers Collaborative building on Northwestern Avenue. She found the faces on the internet and printed them one by one using her home computer.
You're still emotional about this, aren't you?
Yeah.
As you began to fill this glass up with these black and white photos, you must have seen that eerie light coming in.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be as translucent on the inside.
The day's first light casts shadows on the floor that remind Carrie of coffins. In the beginning, there was concern the Facade Project might be seen as an anti-war protest.
Some people wanted it to be a protest.
It's easy to be written off as a bunch of, wacky liberal artists.
Deborah Maris later runs the print shop downstairs.
The beauty of this project is in its quietness. There are not just 648 faces on this particular building. There are 648 families who are devastated.
Among them, 30-year-old Chris Cheney, the only son of William D. Cheney, who died in the war, May 18th, 2004.
I saw it and just kind of looked up and saw that there was a picture of my dad up there.
His dad was a 59-year-old National Guard helicopter pilot who died of a non-combat illness. Chris and his wife Mary first spotted the art exhibit from street level, then started looking for his dad's photo on their daily commutes.
It took me a few rides to figure out where he was on the wall. I'm on the train by like 5:15, and even though it's kind of dark still, you can see inside the windows, and sometimes I just say hello in my head.
After 3 years, the photos are aging.
They fade in the sun and they get a little wrinkly, but that's sort of how memory works. Memory fades.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Chris Cheney never met Carrie Iverson until recently, but 2 years ago, he dropped off a few keepsakes of his father. Carrie has kept them on display near his photograph. There's the death certificate signed by President Bush and a pocket-sized photo album that Chris and Mary made for Bill that was returned with his body.
Please take a look at this little album and remember his life.
That's all they ask.
Our job is to make sure people don't forget.
You have to look these people in the eye. Someone who's died, you respect them, you commemorate them.